Yo, Richard, you should talk to this guy. I'll talk to
Hey, what's up?
He thinks you need
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying me.
This guy's a bodybuilder. He doesn't.
So what are you asking?
I'm not asking. I'm just saying, like, I don't really support, like, you know, the production of like these factory farms, right?
Sure.
You know, and how like, there's like, let's just make it as big as we can. Don't give a fuck about
Sure.
it. Stuff them into a cage. All this. I don't really like that. But at the same time, like, you know, it's a huge industry. Like, it's gonna be really hard to stop, and a lot of people probably. I'm just holding this. I'm just gonna throw it out. That a lot of people aren't gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like just like meat based. A lot of people just eat meat.
Well, look, like the slavery industry was a huge industry. There were a lot of people who weren't going to stop slavery, and eventually that had to end, right?
I wouldn't compare people.
Well, I'm not comparing people to like animals like chickens. It's just I'm making the analogy. There are plenty of like indecent things that happened all throughout history that were big industry, like slavery, and eventually
chickens,
right.
I'm sure you. I hate to say this or whatever, but like I'm sure if you ask, say we're back in 1830,
Sure.
and there was slaves, they wouldn't give a shit about the chickens.
What?
Chickens, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, I understand that they're different than people.
This isn't meat. Though,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, sure, I understand.
like they need the meat. They need the food.
Well, we don't need the food anymore, though, right?
And like I said, I don't really agree with stuffing them in a cage, making them as fat as they can with steroids and all this shit. But people, they're gonna want meat regardless. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, just because there is a popular demand for something, that doesn't really make it morally justified.
No.
Yeah.
It's like disco.
Yeah. Sure.
No, I'm pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to like come by here and like rustle your feathers, step on your guys' toes. I just want to see what you guys are about. And like I said, I don't support the whole fucking torture of animals and all that.
Did anyone give you a card?
No, I don't think she. Well, she might have. But no, I support what you guys are doing. You guys are.
All right, so check this out.
And I appreciate you guys, what you guys are doing, and having a voice.
For sure. Yeah, so check this out. There's a bunch of documentaries here. I definitely recommend watching Earthlings, and Cowspiracy is a really good one for the environment.
I've seen Cowspiracy.
What the Health is a great one for health-related stuff.
It's hard for me to watch that because I hate meat, and I'm like, fuck,
Sure.
this sucks. Like, I'm like, what do these guys do?
Well, I mean, if it's not good enough for your eyes, why is it good enough for your stomach?
It's almost like tobacco,
Yeah.
It's like they push so long to say, oh, tobacco's maybe not bad for you, not this, not that, and then we find out that it is bad for you, and it will give you cancer.
Yeah, sure.
It's still gonna suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I support what you guys are doing, and converting. Well, not converting, sorry, but turning on to people.
Yeah, sure.
Saying like, oh,
So
this is bad.
So since you do know this is like all bad and this is what goes on in the industry, how come you haven't decided to go vegan?
I'm a super big eater, man, honestly.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of alternatives. Like, have you ever tried Gardein or Soul Food or anything like that?
See, that's the thing. I just don't try it. I'm super picky, man.
Okay, again, there's some really good resources on there for like what to eat, like what kind of foods you can have. So I just recommend checking out all those links. Sorry?
I don't even like vegetables.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
do I if I ask you how old you are?
Sorry?
Do I if I ask you how old you are?
Yeah, I'm 28.
28. Okay, I'm 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of grew up in the same I just love fucking candy and that's it. And it's hard for me to change that way. But like I said, I support what you guys are doing. Will I stop eating meat? Probably.
Yeah, how come? Like, what's the main issue?
I just like it a lot.
You just like it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and I don't think that it's. I mean, there's been people, outside of factories, farms and chickens, like, no meat or whatever. They're still gonna do what they're doing. You know what I mean? Same with tobacco. You know what I mean?
Well, look, just because you like something a lot, that doesn't mean it's morally justified.
It's not me who's doing it.
Well, yeah, you are. You said you eat meat, right?
Yeah, I eat meat, but I'm not running the company.
It doesn't matter. You're supporting them. So, like, look, again, if we were to make the slave analogy, if you were against slavery, you said, okay, this is really bad. There's like a bunch of terrible stuff going on in the industry. Don't you think it's hypocritical to buy a slave just because you like somebody working for you for free?
But again,
like, I'm sure most.
I wouldn't compare.
Well, no, I'm not comparing it. I'm not comparing it. No, I'm not. No, I'm making the analogy. I'm just saying, if you can recognize. Well, no, what I'm saying is, if you can recognize. I'm not comparing a human to a chicken. What I'm saying is, if you can recognize something's wrong.
You're saying if you could watch chickens get slaughtered, why wouldn't you buy a human?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can recognize this is wrong, but your justification for it is, oh well, I enjoy doing it.
Okay,
then we can just put.
1830.
Well, no, we can find other situations that are similar. Like if you were against slavery, but you supported the slave trade just because you personally like somebody. Well, no, listen, just because you like somebody working for you for free, does that make it like justified? Like you do have to recognize that you're doing something wrong, right? So what's your justification for like needlessly supporting, that kind of cruelty where animals are killed so brutally?
I think I'm killing these fucking things.
Well, no. Okay. Well, if I hired a hitman to kill you, am I not culpable?
Again, chicken, human.
Okay. Well, no. Again, this isn't a comparison. No, this isn't a comparison. This is an analogy. No, this isn't a comparison. This isn't a comparison. It's an analogy. Do you understand the difference between a comparison and an analogy?
Yeah, but that's your main point. You keep going.
Okay, well, no, you're saying. Well, no, listen. You're saying. No, you're saying that you're not the one paying for it, so that therefore you're not responsible, right? So if I paid for a hitman to kill somebody, am I not responsible for killing that person? You're paying other people to kill animals for you.
Humans.
Okay, analogy, comparison.
People
I'm not comparing.
Go to jail for killing chickens,
listen. Okay, so people didn't go to jail for killing people.
Using that comparison and give me a better point.
I'm not making a comparison. I'm making an analogy. Do you understand the difference between an analogy?
And I said I respect what you guys are doing.
No, do you understand the difference between a comparison and an analogy?
Down on me.
No, do you understand the difference between a comparison and okay? You keep claiming I'm making a comparison when I'm not. I'm making an analogy.
You keep saying like, oh, well, if I hired a hitman, would it be the same as killing a chicken?
Yeah, that's an analogy. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. No, you're misquoting me.
Okay,
so you claimed. No, listen. You claimed that you're not responsible for the abuse that goes on in these industries because you're not the one personally perpetrating this abuse. But I am. So you're paying for these people to do it. So
I'm not paying anybody.
You absolutely are. So you're telling me there isn't a monetary transaction?
I don't do that.
Okay, how do you get chicken?
I don't buy chicken.
Okay, where do you get chicken?
Dude, I barely eat.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not really believing
this.
this.
Like McDonald's or something.
Okay, so what do you get at McDonald's?
I don't know, like maybe like a McDouble.
Okay, so you're buying meat from McDonald's. How is that any different? If anything, that's worse. McDonald's is one of the worst.
Then these videos of chickens getting slaughtered. How is that any different?
Yeah, where do you think those chickens from McDonald's come from? Where do you think the animals from McDonald's come from?
Kentucky or something.
They all get meat from the same suppliers.
Fair enough. I get it. I get it, man. I'm with you on this. Okay, I don't support it. What they're doing, these chickens, the way it's portrayed in these videos, it's kind of brutal.
Yeah, sure. Well, you do have to recognize that each time you go to McDonald's, buy a chicken, or buy any kind of meat, you are supporting that kind of abuse. And I don't think it's a reasonable excuse to say, well, I just like eating meat. I mean, I could use that sort of thing to justify anything.
Anybody who eats meat or beef, like, you guys come after, And I don't want to leave on, like, bad terms or anything.
That's cool.
And I don't want to think I rubbed you the wrong way.
No, it's cool.
It's nice to have a decent,
No, it's fine. I didn't take any offense to anything you said. It's just that I just want to bring the point home that this isn't really a reasonable sort of excuse to say, well, I just like eating it. Like, I don't think that's a reasonable excuse.
I don't think it's a reasonable excuse to hate on people's life choices.
Well, I'm not hating on your lifestyle choices. I'm just pointing out. Well, yeah, I really do disagree with what you're doing.
You are.
Well, no, I really do disagree with what you're doing. It's not like I hate you as a person.
A lot of people might disagree with what you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
But I respect what you guys are doing and like showing this shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, not shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. And I don't know. A lot of people have different views. I just wanted to see what you guys are all about. And
Yeah, cool.
See what's going on?
I just really appreciate it if you do just take a look at the card and watch maybe some of the documentaries.
I got it with me, my man.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah. Nice talking to you,
What's
bro.
your name?
Richard.
Richard. Nice to meet you, my man.
Nice meeting you.
Let's stink.
What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.